Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone, and of course, today is the 23rd anniversary of the September 11th attacks in New York City, where former Boston College graduate and men's lacrosse player Wells Crowthler unfortunately passed away. He has built a strong community in the Boston College organization. There is a fundraiser. Thoughts and prayers to the Crowthler family. He is missed and is represented by Boston College.
This is Marquesi producer on the track.
And welcome into Season 2, Episode 4, Campus Gridiron. Drew is back. Sorry we had to film without you last week, but we have Drew today. We had an insane week 2. Upsets were everywhere. And I was looking at the ranked teams on Sunday. I think the undefeated one of the group may have been ranked. Anyways, we'll get to that and much more, but we will begin, most importantly, with what will be, in all likelihood, the upset of the college football season. Guys, this Northern Illinois kicking the game-winning field goal with 30 seconds left. Notre Dame drives down the field. Kick gets blocked. The first time Northern Illinois has defeated a top 5 opponent, 16-14. My friend was in attendance for this game. He says you could hear a pin drop fall in the stadium. It was loud in the beginning. It was quiet at the end. Ethan Hampton, Northern Illinois quarterback, isn't even verified on Instagram when I tagged him into this post, by the way. Went out through 198 yards and had the upset of a lifetime. I mean, let's dig into it because I know you both want to just shred into Notre Dame right now.
I think Drew should go first because this is all him, buddy. Go ahead.
Well, let me start off by saying USF is career 2-0 against NIU with their last winning and coming in 2016 with a 48-17 win over the Huskies. So this is nothing new, but this is something new to talk about, especially because the Notre Dame fighting But Irish blew the absolute shit out of this game. How do you lose to Northern Illinois? That's
At
my
home.
question. At
My
home
lord.
in South Bend with touchdown Jesus looking over the field. I think touchdown Jesus shed a tear that night. I
Yeah.
think he shed a tear
Yeah.
watching that field goal go in through the uprights and watching Notre Dame yet lose another game they should have won by 47. And wow.
This is one of those upsets that you think you only see once a year, once every maybe 2 to 3 years. This is giving me Appalachian State beat Michigan in 2007 vibes. A top 5 ranked team versus a team that was 1-0, but I mean, hell, me and Lennon didn't even bring this game up last week.
Mhm.
I mean, but that's the beauty of college football. Who would have thought that on a random Wednesday night before week 3 of the season, we would be talking about one of the greatest upsets in college football history, and definitely in the last decade. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
This is unheard of. Notre Dame, for whatever reason, is still ranked heading into this week. Not sure why. Guess who got the number 25th spot? Northern Illinois. And I'm proud of them. And I'm glad the committee gave them the ranking. Granted, it's still early on in the year, but I love how the committee is rewarding a team coming in as like 24.5-point underdogs. And they get rewarded for pulling off the upset. I love that by the committee.
Yeah.
Let
Well,
me just go ahead.
Are we really surprised Notre Dame lost this game? Like, honestly, Ox, are we really surprised they lost this game? They do this stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Listen. This isn't like Notre Dame is playing some like average school middle of the year and then they lose after starting off the year like 5-6-0. They run into a buzzsaw and they lose. That's expected. To
True.
lose to Northern Illinois, I don't know. That's I
True.
was pretty shocked.
Yeah, I get. I'm not. I mean, it's Notre Dame. They do this every year, but good for the Huskies, man. I mean, it was like 13-7 at halftime. I was walking up to the stadium and said, "Uh-oh," and then the band started coming out, and Drew started blowing up my phone saying, "Oh my God, Notre Dame just lost." I'm like, okay, but yeah, I'm surprised, and I'm surprised they're still ranked, honestly, because they struggled against A&M in week 1 too. But okay, that's cool. Good for the Huskies, though. I'm proud of them. And then MAC schools are tough, man. They well, not really, but yeah, good for them, man. That was awesome.
I mean, they're tough. They can be, maybe not.
Yeah, the MAC schools can give you trouble. That's all. Don't sleep on those MAC schools, man.
Well, we go from unthinkable upsets to, I hate to say, this was an easy game to predict. Listen, I didn't watch any of the Michigan-Fresno State game, so this was my first glimpse of watching Michigan since the national championship game. This new quarterback, and I know it's going to take him time to develop, and he's probably going to be the starter for a couple more years, but nothing even close to J.J. McCarthy. The absence of McCarthy, Corum, Wilson on display in this game. Texas destroyed them. They were up, 21-0 before Michigan even had a pulse on offense? It was crazy. This was a straight-up Texas can of whoop ass that Stone Cold Steve Austin would talk about. This was bad. And, we talk about, we're surprised Notre Dame is still ranked. It's not quite shocking even after a loss that Michigan's still ranked.
Yeah.
But they really need to just tear it up the rest of the season because this is an ugly, ugly loss for the Wolverines.
Yeah, I think we all expected the offense to struggle. I can't speak for you guys, but I was not expecting their defense to look like that. I thought their defense would at least keep it close until the third or fourth quarter. And Texas just put their horns down and ran right through them. I'm not surprised. Last week I said Texas.
So this isn't shocking.
Yes. No, but the amount of points they won by, that surprised me. I picked Texas because this is not last year's Michigan team. And it turns out that's exactly what happened. But there's either Texas is back or Michigan's just that bad. We'll find out. But
I think it's Texas is back, and we said this, but we knew Quinn Ewers now in his senior year. We knew he's out for blood right now. He's out for the Heisman. He's out for the national championship. He wants to be the best quarterback in the nation. He wants to have, with all due respect, Lennon, if he wants to have the dubious honor to get drafted by the Giants first overall, that's his that's his prerogative. That's his prerogative. But he knows he has the talent. Texas had their run game was super efficient. That defense is scary too. I think they committed quite a few turnovers. picked off the Michigan quarterback twice. Yeah, brutal day in the office for the Wolverines.
I wouldn't call the Michigan quarterback a quarterback. I would call him more of a running back because that's all he does. That's all he does. He gets the ball, and I saw a thing on Instagram. It was like Michigan's options at quarterback: run forward, run right, or run left. That's pretty much all they got. That's all they got left.
Listen, we're not trying to we're not really trying to bully our friend Davis Warren here. 204, 1 touchdown to 2 picks, but a quarterback rating of 47.6 against the third best team in the nation. Yeah, that's got to go up.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe get that in like the 90s. Then we're talking. It was an outright clinic by Texas, and again, not shocking because Michigan came in ranked in as 10th. Texas came in ranked in as 3rd, so nothing was really shocking here. But I mean, you just wouldn't expect the Wolverines defense to give up 3 points. Well, we talked about this game very briefly last week as well. The upsets, like we mentioned, were in full effect this week. How about Syracuse taking care of Georgia Tech? They came in last week ranked 23rd. We thought, hey, they're 2-0, but with Florida State struggling, Syracuse was going to be their toughest battle of the season so far. And as I said in the first episode this year, Kyle McCord, he is one you do not want to sleep on, and he went insane in the second half. Threw for 381 and 4 touchdowns. Down go the Yellow Jackets. And now the Orange improved to 2-0. And if they continue to attack their weaker schedule, do we see Syracuse potentially being ranked in the coming weeks?
Oh, yeah. Maybe. They're going to have to win a lot. But, I mean, like you said, don't sleep on Kyle McCord, because I did, because I said Georgia. I picked Georgia Tech, but I don't know what you're going to say. You sounded like kind of maybe. Maybe it's possible, but they're going to have to win a ton of games in order to. I haven't checked their schedule.
I'm looking at their schedule. Syracuse, in all honesty, they could start the year like 6-7-0. They really don't have a lot of competition, and I'll pull up their schedule right here just so you guys can see. But Georgia Tech's going to be the toughest team they've played since Boston College.
Hold on.
All right, I'm holding on.
Did you just say they might start 7-0 and lose to fucking Boston College?
Who's ranked, who's not?
I'm gonna say this for later in the show when we talk about it, but I just want you to say I just want you to really hear me on this one. They are not losing to Boston College, okay?
We beat them last year.
Boston College.
I said it was their toughest opponent. It's either that or West Virginia.
West Virginia's not that good.
I meant Virginia Tech, sorry.
Oh, that's still West Virginia Tech's not that
Did you just say Virginia Tech might beat Syracuse?
Realistically, no.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
But I don't know. North Carolina.
Anything's possible. Any given Saturday is possible.
Any given Saturday, Jesus, people. It's like we totally didn't just witness a freaking 20-point upset this week. Anyways, here's to take a look at the rest of the Syracuse schedule here. Stanford. Most likely they win that one. Holy Cross, that's a win.
I object.
UNLV win.
I object.
Stanford's going to be tough.
UNLV will beat Syracuse at home.
Ooh, okay.
Because UNLV has a good squad this year. They should be in the consideration to be ranked soon.
That'll be week 6 on Friday, October 4th. We'll make sure to come around that one. I mean, they got this rough stretch here with UNLV and North Carolina State, and then they have Pittsburgh on the road. But Pittsburgh has been egregious to begin the year.
Well, they got Miami at home at the end of the year.
Got Miami at home. That could mean a lot towards a potential bowl game. Boston College on the road. You never know. California and UConn, they should take care of UConn for sure. Probably Carolina as well. Realistically speaking, looking at the rest of the schedule and how well they've played the first 2 weeks, how many wins do you think we're seeing at Syracuse? 8, 9, 7? Do you still need to see more from them?
Right now, I'd probably say 8, but I would like to see how they do against Stanford this week or whenever they play them.
I'm gonna say Syracuse ends up with 7 wins.
Okay.
They're gonna NC State first year ranked, and yes, they lost to a very good Tennessee team at NC State, but the thing is, you got to remember that these teams are also playing Syracuse. And Syracuse, yeah, they have Kyle McCord, but that's pretty much all they got. So that's it.
I want to see how they look against Stanford. And then, now I know that's probably not the best team, but Stanford's probably the toughest game in that stretch of games coming up. So I want to, but I could see him winning 7 or 8. Definitely. I mean, if McCord stays healthy, if he gets hurt, and who knows what Syracuse.
Oh, well, I mean,
but if he stays healthy, they might have a chance.
Well, moving on to our last game recap. And I mean, obviously, Drew's just going to have a field day with this one. Let's not kid ourselves. It was a hard fought game. And I will say, Drew, me and Lennon, we really screwed up not believing in South Florida because they played great until late in the fourth.
Heart, man. They have heart. Them boys got heart.
I cannot tell you how disappointed I am in our effort in the last 5 minutes of that game. Because I remember I was at my friend's house and I had my phone. I was watching on my phone and I got in the car. The score was 16-13. Okay. It was 16-13 in the beginning of the fourth quarter. And there was 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I got home maybe 20 minutes later. I look at the score. You know what I see? Do you know what I see? I see the score say 35-16. And I just couldn't believe my eyes. How do you let up 28 goddamn points in the fucking fourth quarter? And the amount of fucking, I don't know, the amount of media coverage that this receiver from Alabama got, Ryan Williams, yeah, he's 17
years old.
He's 17, but who the fuck cares? Who cares? Who gives a fucking shit? See, 17, who cares? There's some guys that are 18 playing. There's some guys that are 19 playing. That's maybe
3 years younger than me and Lennon, by the way.
He's 1 year older than me. So what?
He's also their best receiver he was their best receiver all night. And the only one who could break away from your defender. That's why he got blown up.
He had 4 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown, with the 43-yard touchdown pretty much being the dagger. That's why he's getting all the media coverage, is because he led the team in receiving yards in his second career collegiate game.
I don't care. Like, he's 17, so what? Who gives a fuck? We have a 19-year-old as our quarterback. A 19-year-old.
By the way, I'm looking at these stats.
I'm getting there.
You got it. I'll let you cook.
Byram, I love you, buddy. I really do. But what the fuck are we doing? 15 for 35 with a 52.2 QBR. Thank God you didn't throw a fucking pick. There was about 40 times that you almost did. And, I mean, that's all I'm going to say with Byram. I love him. I can't wait for him to ball out against the bitches from Hattiesburg. So,
good old Southern Miss Golden Eagles.
Let me just say this about Alabama. When you have a fucking running back as your quarterback, how do you stop that? I mean, I respect our defense for holding them to 14 points in the first half. Like, wow, good job defense. But you can't stop him. He's a running back. I mean, I will not call him a quarterback because he's not. He's not one. And then going back to the offensive standpoint for USF, when you have a quarterback that runs 23 fucking times in one game for 108 yards, you have a problem. And hopefully we adjust that problem moving into this week. But we scored, guys. The good news is we scored a touchdown against the Alabama Crimson Tide at home. It's amazing.
It was 14-13 to like 10 minutes left in the fourth.
I know.
That's to take the number 4 team and only be down by 1 halfway through pretty much all game until the end. That's a W for you guys. And that's huge. And I would love
we
to see
outscored them
you guys
in the third
play
quarter.
every year.
We outscored them in the third quarter.
I'm just seeing all these cherry-picked victories right now, and I'm just like, I'm gonna have to start doing the same thing with the Jaguars soon. Anyways, I'm gonna say this: what killed South Florida? They did not take advantage of that touchdown they scored in the third quarter at all. Their defense in the second and third quarter, especially, lights out. And what did this game end up becoming? It ended up becoming a punt fest. Let me quickly show play-by-play, drive-by-drive breakdown here. Let's begin.
You don't need to do that. No, that's okay. You don't need to do that.
The third quarter, where are we going here? And the second quarter, a missed field goal, a punt, fumble. That's when South Alabama capitalized. 4 straight drives between the teams ending in punts.
Wait.
South Florida, but
this is ridiculous. They punted on 5 straight drives, and that right there is what killed them. You can't punt against Alabama on 5 straight drives. That was the dagger.
Yeah, or Milroe fumbled the ball at their own 2 right on the goal, and they didn't take it.
I remember watching that. It was so funny.
Dude, I was in the car. I said, "Holy shit!" I said, "Well, you have probably the greatest quarterback in the college now, and why is he under center? Let him." But whatever. This game, the score doesn't show it, but don't let the score deceive you. I'm sure Bama had a lot.
Bama needed that wake-up call and badly. Let's just put it that way.
I wish that wake-up call went into a win column for your boys, but. No, our defense decided other words. It's okay. You know why? Because we're gonna go 10-0 in the next 10 games. We're beating the shit out of.
What confidence booster can this be? If we could stay within 1 possession with Alabama until midway through the fourth quarter. I mean, the amount of energy that must give you through the locker room, that's a motivation factor the rest of the year. If we could go on the road and play in Tuscaloosa, we could play anywhere.
Oh, I tell you what, we're beating Miami at home. We have a primetime game against Miami at Ray J. I'll be there. It's gonna be a great game. Can't wait,
brother. Please end Cam Ward's college career. Please. No, I'm just kidding. But please beat the hell out of him, please.
I thought
make Cam Ward a fraud.
I will buy a South Florida jersey if you guys beat Miami. I will take that. I will do that for it. I will do it. Please beat Miami.
I thought you were going to say something about the Frauda Gators. You see what I said? The Frauda.
Thank you for leading us into our next topic, my friend. Cool. All right.
I was trying to be not. I was going to be no. Screw your jersey, bro. I'm not doing that anymore. Screw you.
Raise of hands. Who thought we would already have a quarterback controversy by the start of week 3? No, I'll put my hand down. This is ridiculous. Because Lagway had to play so good on Saturday. Granted, it was against Stanford. Don't matter. He had to throw 4 touchdowns. Now Gators Nation is freaking out. Oh, are we going to start against Texas A&M this week? Well, I'll tell you what they should do. Lennon's going to tell you what they should do. But will the media get into Bill Napier's head and he makes the wrong decision? Lennon, what do you think?
All right, let's get this over with. Okay, first of all, 27 minutes ago, it was released that Florida will not be releasing depth charts moving forward. They will only be releasing availability reports required by the SEC.
That's crazy.
So that was per Billy Napier from the press conference today. That's the first time he's ever done that. And I'm a little bit scared because now we're not going to know who the starter is until pregame warmups and they announce over the Jumbotron. Listen, Mertz should start. Like, I'm sorry. It's he has experience.
Drew's done.
I understand the Miami game. It happens. But Lagway is people forget he's a true freshman. Okay, he's a true freshman. Now he's got that dude can throw the football. I'm not taking nothing away from Lagway. I will say the team. Now, granted, it was against Sanford. The team looked a lot better. God damn it, the team looked a lot better. I can't do anything.
Keep going.
The team looked a lot better. Again, the team looked a lot more motivated and hyped and ready under Lagway. I will give them that. However, I don't want this to become a Anthony Richardson and Emory Jones type situation when we're taking out quarterbacks every 4 plays. I do not want that to happen. That's what I think will happen. Just the way Napier's been like talking and everything. In the press conferences, he's been like, "Oh, we're gonna," like he said, Lagway will play more, and they both took first team and second team reps in practice this week. So we're not gonna do anything. If he's smart, he starts Mertz. Sorry, either way, half the fan base is gonna be mad. So it's a lose-lose situation. But
I'll say
I will be okay. I am totally fine letting Lagway start against A&M and seeing how he does. Or start Mertz. I'm okay. Whoever they start, give him the first half, and we'll see how that goes. If not, then make the quarterback switch. Either start Lagway, and if he starts to show those freshman struggles, throw in Mertz and start Mertz if Mertz still can't do it. So I know I've been the biggest Mertz supporter along with you, with Low Grant here, but Lagway might. Personally, I want Lagway to start.
Ooh, because yesterday when you were texting me, you said you wanted Mertz to start. That's interesting.
It was until I saw I went back and watched the highlights of the Florida game every week. So, because when I'm in the stadium, you're not really like it's in the moment. You're not really focused. I need to watch it. Lagway. Now, granted, it was Sanford. The offensive line looked a lot better. Receivers the team just looked more like more pep in their step under Lagway than when they ran out with Mertz against Miami. Now that could be. I love you, buddy. Mertz is going to start. I do believe so. Again, but apparently we won't find out until the game. So I might have to take a video of the intros this week because we might get some boos if Mertz is announced as the starter. But
I'm gonna just say this right now: if Billy Napier was a wise man, he would start Graham Mertz, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is a senior year quarterback. He don't have time to be platooning with a freshman quarterback.
I agree.
He's gone after this year. Graham Mertz is gone after this year. Let him be the leader he was last year. Let him get his swagger back. Yes, he played garbage against Miami. Yes, he got a concussion. Yes, Lagway threw for 400 yards and they won. Don't matter. Mertz, we know how efficient he is as a quarterback when he's healthy.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
We know how efficient he can be. He can drive the team down the field. He can get you a lot of completions. He's going to keep you in games. And obviously, Lagway is the wild card. I'm going to say this about Lagway. Are you going to put a true freshman in a position to fail? Or if Mertz is ready to go, you're just going to let the senior quarterback do what he needs to do. And if it gets bad in the second half, you give the crowd a nice surprise. You know, I hate to use this example because this is an egregious example. But look at this, like Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi a little bit with the Patriots. They kept on switching quarterbacks. The offense could never get in a rhythm. What Billy Napier needs to do is shut up to the media and pick a quarterback. And if it gets bad, you make a switch. But there shouldn't be no both quarterbacks have 15 passing attempts. No. That doesn't work.
Clearly.
Pick a quarterback. If it gets bad, pull one or the other. If you're winning in a blowout fashion, pull him, put the backup in. All I'm going to say, switching quarterbacks constantly throughout the year has never worked for a team ever. Hell, even when the San Francisco 49ers were doing it with Steve Young and Joe Montana, it didn't look all that brilliant at first.
Let me just say,
you go, Drew.
Let me indulge you, people. Okay, let me indulge you on the knowledge that you were clearly lacking, Lennon. When I heard, I know you said you wanted DJ Lagway to start, but when you first said Graham Mertz should be the starting quarterback, I damn near lost my mind. I hope you know that.
I saw.
Yep. When you have a quarterback that shits the bed so bad that it's nope, it's my turn to talk. No.
I'll let you talk.
Let you talk. Okay. Let him talk.
In one game, okay, I'm changing it. In one game, DJ Lagway has 487 yards passing. I'm sorry? 487 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, he's a pick, but who cares? When you compare it to Graham Mertz, he looks like God. And Graham Mertz is over here being a little bitch, being, I have 91 yards passing, I have 1 interception, and my QBR is lower than Lennon's age. So, his QBR is actually lower than both your ages, actually. It's currently 19.1. I hope you know that. Lennon looks so mad. This is perfect.
You got people keep and God. Yeah, I want Lagway to start. No, I don't think he should. That people forget Lagway's a true freshman, straight out of high school. Now, granted, he's the best rated dual threat quarterback out of Texas. Now, if they want to let him, I like what Grant said. Let Mertz start or whoever start, and if they start struggling, make the quarterback switch. I do not want to see, the Graham Mertz on for 2 plays, Lagway on for 2, but none of that. Because if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. I do believe that was John Madden who said that.
Ooh, that's a good quote. That is a good quote.
And it's true. I pissed me off in 2020 or 2021 with Anthony Richardson and Emory Jones, and it's going to do it again. This is Mertz's team. He's the starter last year. He played amazing last year. He was the 3rd best quarterback in the SEC last year. His QB was great. He only threw 3 interceptions.
Because you're right.
Yeah, exactly. It's the 3. I've been the biggest Mertz supporter alongside with Grant last year, and still am. It's 1 game. He had 1 bad game with the offensive line.
Yes, he played terrible, but everyone forgets Miami is literally classified as the best team in the ACC right now. That is a top 15 program in all of college football.
That's a top 5 program in all of college. Miami's great.
Put Mertz in against Stanford last week. Maybe he doesn't throw for over 400 yards, but they still won the game by the same amount. Nothing really changes. Yeah, I don't think.
I need you to think about what you're saying right now. and how you're screwing yourself over. Because when Graham Mertz plays Texas A&M this week, and he goes out there, and there's 2 picks in the first 2 drives of the game,
then you
you're going to
make the
be.
switch.
I need you to understand that DJ Lagway is the future of Florida Gator football. Okay,
100%.
Future.
100%. But
You
you
are
got to focus
100%.
on the now.
So why do you put a leader? I wouldn't call him a leader. He sucks. He sucks.
He doesn't though. But okay.
Do I need to go back to the stats here? Do I need
to go back to the stats for your quarterback?
It was 1
yards last week.
It was one game.
I'm sorry.
Look at the stats.
No. I'm not taking that little disrespect from Grant, whose quarterback threw almost 20 picks last year. Okay, that is
true. Nah.
Yeah, you can't be fucking talking.
He's getting better. He's getting better.
Yeah, so is ours. I mean, when you play a team like Bama, you're not going to do that well if you're not experienced in it. He has 2 career games against Bama. The first 2, he almost beat them. So let's think about what we're saying here. Lagway
I feel like
is
we're on
up
first
here.
take now.
Okay, I would love to go on first take with Lagway is up here. Okay, he's up here. Mertz is slowly declining into an old man. Okay, yeah, he's a senior. He's not a leader. He fucking sucks.
In his entire Florida career, he has had 3 bad football games. It was Georgia last year, Kentucky last year, and Miami this year. And if Mertz was healthy, we beat Missouri and Florida State the end of the year last year. I don't want to hear anything you say. That's true. You can take that to the bank.
They definitely would have beat Florida State.
We would have finished them. We would have finished off the Missouri game. This game, you are correct, and Lagway is the future of the program. He is, and I'm ready to build his freaking statue right next to Danny Orful, Tim Tebow, and Steve Spurrier outside the football complex. However, experience matters in SEC play, and I think Mertz deserves at least one more chance. If he comes out and he, like you said, he throws 2 interceptions.
Please stop!
Hey,
you're embarrassing yourself.
You're gonna hear my pick in a little bit coming up, but if Mertz comes out,
by the way, we need to get to those. So,
okay, we can
sometime today.
Lagway should start. I think Mertz is going to, and I'm okay with whoever they put at quarterback as long as they don't take him out. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm with Lauren on that one. Just stick with the quarterback. Whoever you choose, Billy Napier, whoever you choose, stick with the quarterback.
Please,
like I said, please stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Lagway makes sense for the future. Mertz makes sense for now. Done.
Yes, there you go.
I can't wait for next week's episode when you.
It's gonna be fun.
And then guess what? Whoever, if Mertz starts and throws 3 picks, well, then we were wrong, and we know who's going to be the starter the rest of the year.
Yeah,
and we know who was right. Who?
Yeah.
Me.
I hope Mertz comes out and looks like Tim Tebow. I don't want to feel the wrath of Drew being right. I can only imagine how that's going to go.
Oh, no. I might, unfortunately, if Mertz has a bad game, we might have to make a Gators title for next week, but that will be to be determined. We'll get to Florida versus Texas A&M in a bit. Oh, my God. You two bicker like Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. Good gracious.
Wait, who's who?
For Nebraska, they head into this week 2-0, just like kind of Syracuse, this sneaky good team that could potentially be ranked in the coming weeks. They did what us 3 knew would happen and destroy Colorado at home. That didn't come to a shock as anyone. Nebraska finished 5-7 last year. They start off the year 2-0. How does Matt Rule and that coaching staff make that offense so efficient?
He has a good quarterback. Yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes the 4th, but
so true.
I mean, all respect to Dylan Raiola. I mean, he's passed for 423 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions in his first 2 games. I mean, as a true freshman, you can't really ask more of him in that program. Really, I mean, if you're Matt Rule, you're feeling good going into this week against University of Northern Iowa. So, you, which, by the way, what a joke of a schedule. Have you looked at Nebraska's schedule?
Oh boy, we were breaking down. We were breaking down Syracuse schedule earlier. Let's break down their schedule now. Nebraska. Let's see here. Northern Iowa, Illinois, Purdue might be a challenge. I don't know. They really don't got much going on until they play Ohio State in last weekend of October.
Yeah. Grant, I don't know if you well, you probably know this, but there once was a time in the glorious 1990s where Nebraska football was at the top of their game.
Yeah, I know. Didn't they beat Florida?
Amazing. Oh, they beat the breaks out of us too. It was so bad, and then we won the Natty the next year, so that's all that matters. But yeah, it was so bad. Matt, I love the culture that he has back at Nebraska. Know that since they have sold out every single home game since they were good. And it's been a rough for him. I want to see him get back on top. I think the Cornhuskers deserve something other than corn to be happy for. So, but yeah, and that quarterback, they have Patrick Mahomes, the whatever,
fourth.
Or fourth. Did you see his freaking pregame run out? He does the same exact thing.
Out of it.
He knows what he's doing. He's doing it.
He knows what he's doing. He's getting media coverage.
And he should. Good for him. I mean, he's a good quarterback, man. Good for him.
I just looked at the Nebraska roster. There's 6 quarterbacks on the listed roster. 11 running backs. Let's look through this here. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Everyone's
5,
just hopping
6,
on the scholarship
7, 8,
train,
9,
I suppose.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 wide receivers.
Jeez.
19.
Who the hell's catching ball from this man? And they have tight ends.
They have so many tight ends. Hold on. 1, 2, 3,
well, we got to
4,
remember,
5,
college
6,
football
7, 8,
does have
10,
a 90-man roster.
10 tight ends.
Hey, man. You need to block the quarterback somehow.
We are 42 minutes in, and we still haven't picked the game yet, so we see some problems.
Y'all were bitching and moaning about Florida. Okay, so 15 minutes. Oh, my God. I want to quickly say this about Colorado, though, because, like I said, we said against their game against North Dakota State, we knew whether they won or lost that game. We knew Colorado was going to have another very below average year. I'm going to say this right now very quickly about Colorado. No shot, if their head coach isn't Deion Sanders, that they aren't at least considering firing him at this point.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm going to say.
Okay.
All I'm going to say. Nepotism at its finest, folks.
Yeah. Hey, Grant,
we're telling
Shannon Sharp and who's Skip Bayless? Who's who? You said we argue like Skip and Shannon. Who's who? I'm just curious.
I'm Skip.
I'm going to be honest. I think London's more Shannon. I'm going to say Drew's more Skip. Yep. And then I'm the Mike Greenwell. I'm the one that like just sits here and just like I just observe.
Fair statement.
Let's pick some games.
I think that's how that works.
Let's pick some games.
Let's pick some games. Week 3 preview. It's about time we get into this bad boy, and let's begin with a game on Friday night. If you're doing nothing on Friday, make sure you go tune into this one at 8 o'clock. We have 20th ranked Arizona against 14th ranked Kansas State. I made the dubious mistake of trusting Tulane to win at home against the Wildcats last week. I was wrong. So you want to know what? I'm going to make it up to you and pick the Wildcats this week.
Which one?
I forgot Arizona was the Wildcats. Kansas State is what I meant. I completely forgot Arizona was the Wildcats. That's hysterical. Kansas State wins by 6.
All right, Grant. See, this is funny because ironically enough, I picked Kansas State to beat Tulane. But I'm also going to pick the Wildcats to win, but not the Kansas State Wildcats.
Ooh,
Arizona will upset Kansas State. I'm sorry, Kansas State fans. I hyped y'all up last week. I'm picking Arizona. Take it to the bank. Or don't take it to the bank. Take it to Vegas, and hopefully you win some money. But go. I'm going to take Arizona.
We do not promote gambling. Drew?
Sorry. I'm addicted to poker. Sorry for all you people out there. I'm addicted to poker. But moving on. I'm going with the best, one of the best logos in all of college football. I'm going with K-State. I don't
It
think.
is a cool logo.
Yeah, I don't think K-State or I don't think Arizona has played anyone good. They've played New Mexico at home.
Oh no, they played. Yeah, I think New
They
Mexico.
played New Mexico at home, and
That
Mexico
was when
put
that receiver went off.
Yeah, they put up 39 on them. They put 39 on Arizona. Gave up 39. Then played North Arizona at home and only put up 22. They won 22-10 at home. And now they're going into Kansas State. Kansas State's going to win by 8.
Interesting. Oh, I cannot get over the fact they said I'm going to pick the Wildcats. That's ridiculous. Bro, how many freaking Wildcats are there?
There's a lot.
Kansas State, Kentucky. What the hell? Next to the Tigers and the Gamecocks from South Carolina. Now, I also couldn't have been more wrong on this. Me and London we kind of glossed over South Carolina last week. We thought Kentucky had that one in the bag. Instead, ended up being a South Carolina 31-10 victory. And of course, LSU, they're coming off their first win of the season. What? 31-6?
31-6.
There you go. And then, of course, LSU winning their first game of the season last week after their week 1 loss to the Trojans. London, you wanted to talk about this one. I thought there was maybe some better games on the schedule, but you wanted to talk about this one, so you have the floor.
For the reason that LSU lost to USC, and there was a point where they were only up by 3 to Nichols in Baton Rouge. It was like 23-21 at some point. I said, oh, my God. Tigers put away. This game's in good old William Bryce Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. I am not going to pick against the Gamecocks again. I am going to Beamer ball, baby. Gamecocks win this game close. Just because it's in South Carolina. If it was in Death Valley, I'd be a little more leaning towards the Tigers, but it's Beamer ball time, baby. Go Gamecocks. I never thought I'd say that in my life, but go.
Oh, that's the upset of the week right there.
That's getting clipped.
Well, I mean, hey, we're keeping the upsets going, you know?
Yeah,
you picked Boston College week 1. I picked Tulane last week. We're just going to keep the trend going, I guess.
Two very, very weird teams here because, again, LSU was only up 3 at one point in Nichols, and that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But you also go over to South Carolina. They barely beat Old Dominion at home.
True, and then they smacked Kentucky on the road.
Then
so it's like
right. So I'm gonna go with the Gamecocks of Beamer ball.
Ooh.
I think LSU loses its rankings this week. I think their quarterback play has been mediocre with Nussmeier at the helm, Garrett Nussmeier. Yeah, he's thrown 8 touchdowns and 1 interception, but give me Lenoris Sellers, baby. Give me the boy from Florence. I love that guy. Let's go. Let's go Beamer ball.
You know what's very interesting? London comes into this week with a 10-4 predictions record, and I come in at 8-6. So
I don't know what mine is.
You're a little
you won't send it to the group chat. Anyways, hey, all I'm gonna say is these two could be massive for the. Well, you'll of course tally them up at the end of the year, whatever we keep track of. Hey, man, London, I'm telling you, if Kansas State and LSU pull off the wins, we're tied.
Yeah, and they very well. I picked this game specifically because of how weird it is, and Drew pointed out. You got these two teams have a very weird start to the season, but I'm gonna go with good old Beamer ball, and I'm not saying go, you know what, but South Carolina.
Please don't get me canceled, thank you.
Go Seas. Go
Go
see.
Seas. Ooh.
Why are we covering this game?
Because it's going to be the biggest upset in college football history. That's why.
No, it won't.
The number 24th ranked Boston College Eagles
Drew, we gave you USF. Let's let Grant have
are
USF.
on the road to take on number 6 Missouri. Woo! Let's go, bro. I think this is the first time Boston College was ranked since the Matt Ryan era. Dead ass. And I'm going to be honest, this team is pumping juice right now. They are fired up. I was a little skeptical, and I didn't want Boston College to be ranked heading into this week because I am nervous about this game. I didn't want them to be ranked because I didn't want the excitement to be ranked and then potentially get killed by 40 and then be forgotten about the rest of the year. Because this isn't the NFL. That's how college football works. Now, if we go out there, play on the road, lose by 3, we may not be ranked next week, but we'll get our credibility.
Right.
We finished with 2-3 losses, we're cooking.
Yeah.
These are two of my favorite quarterbacks in all of college football. Obviously, and you guys know I love Thomas Castellanos. He has already been tremendous. Granted, they beat up on poor Duquesne last weekend, 56-0. I know, not the greatest opponent. But you're not going to beat Florida State on the road and then lose to Duquesne at home. Not happening. That was simply put not happening. 56 zilch. Castellanos, one of his best performances so far in his collegiate career. I love Brady Cook. He really impressed me last year.
Mm-hmm.
He is fun to watch, and I hope he goes high in the NFL draft this upcoming year because he's an exciting player to watch. He has one of the best arm strengths in the country, in my opinion. Do I be biased or do I use my brain?
Use your brain.
Hey, last time you used your brain,
Drew would tell me to use my noggin, and Lennon would tell me, dude.
Hey, all I'm going to say is the last time we picked BC, you used your brain, and it didn't work out too well for you. So that's all I'm going to say.
Well, technically it did.
Here's all I have to say about the situation.
Save yourself.
Please save yourself now.
Are you suggesting that I might be hinting towards an upset of some sorts? This is brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I have to pick Boston. Honestly, we probably lose by 10.
Hey, yay, he got a reaction. It's not just me. Woo!
Realistically, okay, I'll give you my realistic and my biased take. Realistically, Missouri wins this game anywhere between 10-17. My biased take, we win by 6. Somehow, some way, we win by 6. Whether that's 2 field goals or a touchdown, whatever. That's my biased take. And then my unbiased is Missouri wins by anywhere between 10-17.
What did I say? What did I say?
Hey, I haven't even made my official prediction yet. I'm just saying the 2 potential outcomes.
Do you want to go last, Grant, or do you want to get it out of the way?
Guys, all I'm saying is if Bill O'Brien could coach very well in the NFL level for at least a short period of time, I know his tenure with the Texans ended poorly, but NFL coaches, they are meant to motivate teams like Boston College that were close to getting over the hump, but now can with great coaching experience.
Right.
I'll let you 2 pick first. You at least know where I'm coming from, my unbiased take and my biased take.
This could not be more of an easy decision for me, if I'm being honest.
Shut up.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I mean, Mizzou wins by at least 14. Sorry. Oh, and Castellanos is throwing two picks.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Listen, brother. I full-heartedly picked Boston College to beat Florida State, and it happened. I want to hype you up so bad, but we'll get into the final pick in a little bit. Yeah, you guys aren't winning this one. I'm sorry. It will be closer than what Drew thinks. But being on the road or being at home for Missouri is huge, and that cool little rock M thing in the whatever end zone. Yeah, Missouri wins this game. Yeah, I can't pick Boston. And if Boston College wins, then I will never pick against the Eagles again, but the Boston College Eagles again. I'm sorry, Grant. I'm picking the
I'm gonna quickly display some wisdom.
Oh gosh.
Quickly display something that is important to bring up before I make my prediction.
Okay.
God.
Never underestimate the human capacity for delusion.
Capacity?
Eagles by 6.
Capacity.
Woo!
Capacity.
The human
Say it with-
capacity. Whatever.
Say it with
can't
me.
read. Typical Massachusetts knowledge.
Capacity. There you go.
Whatever. Eagles by 6. Of
Tigers.
course, if I was not a Boston College fan, no shot in shit would I pick against Missouri at home.
Mhm.
This is,
Tigers win by 6.
realistically, Missouri wins this by 10-17. But, guys, this is this program's first ranked game in like almost a decade and a half. Regardless of whether it's week 3, regardless of whether they're only ranked 24th, the hype's got to consume me. I've seen the Gators ranked before. I've never seen Boston College ranked before.
I don't think I have either. If I have, it was for like a week, and then they lost. Did we lose? Did we lose them?
Yeah, we got him back.
Hey, welcome back.
Drew's computer was having enough of my nonsense. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to predict the last game and wrap up the show with, oh my God, this is bias central. What's going on here? We can't escape our teams, damn it.
Hey, didn't you forget Oregon State, Oregon?
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's actually after this one.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Aggies by a lot.
Aggies by a lot. Okay, well, my delusional pick's over. Obviously, Gator Chomp, but no, Texas A&M's gonna win by 10. Although, please, again, Napier, please, just play Mertz. Just start Mertz, please. Please. But I'm sorry, London. I can't have delusion take over 2 predictions back to back. Oh, God. I feel lightheaded. I need water.
I think he's had enough of us.
You know what else? And when they win on Saturday, I'm going to enjoy my nice Buffalo Wild Wings ranch wings. So we're cooking.
I'm not going to say anything for this one, but just let me
Are you really wearing a Dameon Pierce jersey right now?
He is wearing a Dameon Pierce jersey to represent none other than the Florida game. Which, by the way, as a Jaguar fan, that jersey is absolutely hideous.
I'm picking the Aggies, but I don't have a Texas thing.
It just happens
it just has to be a Gator jersey. But I'm picking the Aggies.
God, that's so clever.
To win this game. Well, I guess I could have put the Cowboys jersey on, but I didn't really feel like doing that.
I like that.
Listen, guys, I can't do this team anymore, man. I can't. If we didn't have so many questions at quarterback, I'd pick Florida. But fam, it ain't. Gig 'em, whatever they do.
Don't gig 'em. Jesus, no. Just say they win. Don't say gig 'em. Just say,
I said roll tide last week.
That's disgraceful. Last game of the day, Oregon versus Oregon State. Now, of course, we want to talk about Oregon real quick. They come in ranked this week at 9th, and they have been struggling. Now, we knew Boise State was going to be a really tough game from the beginning, and their running back, who is literally a demon. But I got to say, for all three of us having Oregon in the national championship game, they haven't looked like a national championship winning team. They look fine, and they're going to figure out the kinks as the season goes along. But we think Oregon State could do a little interstate upset here, or do we think this will just be another close wake-up call for Oregon?
Oregon's winning by 14. That's not the decision. That's something. By the way, I know where there's a college football show, but Kendrick Lamar just dropped again.
Nice.
Yeah,
was it never Drake?
Eye roll.
I am this week I am putting my 10-4 record on the line this week.
Bro, okay.
So I have picked Arizona. I have picked South Carolina. I have A&M's probably gonna win, and Missouri's probably gonna win.
You want to pick Boston College, but you need to be smart.
I think I've been pretty smart until this one. Oregon has struggled against Idaho and Boise State. Now, I think those are two. Yeah, a rivalry game this early in the year. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oregon State, give me the upset. Write it off. Beavers win the Civil War again. First of all, I'm glad they continued playing even though they're not in the same division anymore.
Grant, why are you acting like this is a surprising thing?
I mean, it's not.
Give me the Beavers, baby.
Why?
Go Beavers.
Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you?
Hey, I'm 10-4. I got to walk the tightrope somehow, man. I can't just pick the favorites. I got to be, extra spicy. No.
But for every game but two.
I hope you know the only game you're winning this week is the A&M game. That's the only game.
I think Missouri. You think so? Boston College is going to beat Missouri?
Yeah, he thinks Boston College.
No.
What? Clipped? No, I'm kidding.
But no. It was a fun episode, gentlemen.
It really was, wasn't it? Woo! By the way, real quick, one last game I want to talk about. Didn't put it in, but this will just be quick. This won't count towards the predictions or nothing. Oklahoma, Tulane. It's going to be a one-possession game. Give me the Sooners. That's going to be a close one.
Give me the green wave.
Yeah, Drew's only saying that because it's not going towards his actual predictions.
Give me the fighting toast, baby. Give me the fighting green moldy toast. That's what Tulane's logo is, by the way, guys.
Sure.
No, it's okay.
Have you not seen their logo?
It's a green wave.
No.
It's a wave. It's got
It's a piece of toast.
I purposely mentioned Tulane because I know Drew hates Tulane for no reason.
I'm picking Tulane too, by the way. Never Oklahoma.
That is a piece of toast.
That is a wave. I mean, I kind of see it, I guess.
Okay, I see it. Like, if you wanted to make fun of the team, I totally get where you're coming from. That's funny. That's the first time I've heard them call him toast, though. That's funny.
See, that's a green wave. That is a green wave. That's a green wave.
I do like their old logo better.
But this.
Shout out
this
Tulane for
is
original member of the SEC right
moldy
there.
Green toast.
That was an interesting episode. My record's gonna be.
You are a goofball for taking Oregon State. The other two are kind of okay. I mean, South Carolina could
kind of
beat LSU. I won't predict.
Did we not listen? But this man's quarterback kittens. Do we not do that? Is just not something we did because there was a major talking point in this episode. It was pretty bad.
I mean, let us know in the comments who you think should be the Gator starter. Because do you want to ride the hype? Do you want to ride the hype heading into this week, or do you want to take the boring choice but the safe choice?
You gotta take the safe choice.
You mean DJ Lagway? The safe choice
We're
is
not
DJ
doing this
Lagway.
again. Drew, you have homework and so do I.
Yeah, go do your homework, guys. Imagine having homework. That's crazy, dog. I'm gonna go watch some Adam Sandler movies with my dad after this.
Adam Sandler movies is a great idea. Who's seeing Happy Gilmore 2? Can't wait.
Oh, hell yeah. I gotta rewatch the first
hope
one.
you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit that like button. Bro, I feel like half of this episode's already been written out for next week. We're going to have a blast. We're going to talk about Gators QB controversy again. I'm going to get laughed at when Boston College loses by 31. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a great time. So come join us next week. We'll keep you posted on when we're filming. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. And we'll see you guys next week. Season 2, Episode 5.